Hey y'all, it's American Mom, and I'm gonna start the Q&A from a while ago. Y'all sent in some questions, and I apologize, I have not gotten to those yet, but there's a lot, and there's still people that have subscribed recently that have seen the video and now they're asking questions, and that's great. But I'm gonna answer 25 right now, okay? And bear with me, if I haven't gotten to yours, I will. And then bear with me and then forgive me, because I will mispronounce your name. You know I will. I can't pronounce the names on the show. Y'all have told me you're not saying it right. I know. That's why I've given them nicknames. And my accent messes it up too. That's why I call Rick Rick. I don't say Rickon. Rickon. I was saying Rickon. That's why I call him Rick. So bear with me, we're gonna get through this. Okay. And by the way, if YouTube's watching this, this is YouTube free music, no copyright infringements done. This is free music, free. You can't give me a strike or anything. Hello. All right. First question is from Jakan Hagar. What does a woman think about a man now? And motives. And then he puts, because he was taken by Yoren. I miss Yoren. And he was with the most vile and dangerous prisoners. I started thinking about that when he was with those other two savages, and Arya freed all three of them. He wasn't like the other ones, and I kept thinking, what is he doing in that cage with them? Like, they seem like they need to be in there. But I like him, and we know now, this question was given to me before I saw his face change, so, but I liked that he was going to give Arya 3 wishes because of the 3 lives, and he explained why, and I thought, I like this guy, so I already liked him. I didn't think his motives were of anything, but he just wanted a clean slate. He wanted to be like, thank you, this is what I'll do for you, and then he did it. God, and then once it was done, then the face changed. Then that got me to thinking, how many people has he killed? Maybe he is this dangerous person and was captured because he does this kind of stuff. It's like, you know, anybody that's getting wronged and they have a wish, he does it. I still like him though. You know, it's kind of like a Robin Hood thing. You steal from the rich to give to the poor. It's a good reason. All right. Vicious entity. You are a character. Okay. He says, you may not be an alcoholic. I guess I've brought it up too many times when I drink. I'm not. He says, but I'm rapidly becoming an American momaholic. Symptoms include obsessively watching for new videos, rewatching older content, and complete mental flatlining when you smile. You okay? Okay, this is his question. If I could inject myself into the Game of Thrones and assume the role of any character, which one is closest to my personality and would make the best Westeros mum? Yeah. I had to think about that one. The obvious answer would kind of probably be an older character like Kat. Rest in peace. But that's not me. I think she's a stronger woman than me. She's lost so much, beginning with Ned, and she just, but women in those days, I mean, they've just been through so much anyway. You know, I don't think I could, I wouldn't be in that position. I can relate myself. I can see myself as being more like Arya. She doesn't know when to shut up. Hello. I've been told all my life, Michelle, stop talking. Or I'm unfiltered. I speak at the wrong time. That's gotten me in trouble. But she also knows when there's a strong conviction about something, she's not going to back down. And she looks at you right in the eye and she'll say, you know, I'm going to do such and such and I will do it to you, you know. And then she just like, or when she and Tywin, and I liked their moments that they had, when she just stared at him and she was like, anyone can be killed. I know, I see her. That's it. She hears, Mommy. I'll pick her up in a minute. She's laying down in her bed. She looked at Tywin right in the eye and she was like, anyone can be killed. And then he stared back at her and she didn't, I mean, she wasn't going to pull away first. And then he was like, carry on. And she was like, love her. That would be me. That would be me. Okay. I'm telling you, I don't know how to pronounce these. Nega-Dude. How do you pronounce that? Nega dude? Nega dude? I'm gonna ask you a question. Who do you think will win the Game of Thrones? What are your theories? Okay, I am going to combine your question with, should have had this ready. Okay, I'm going to combine yours with, I can't find theirs right now. When I get to it, I'll still call your name out. I'll get to it. All right, let me answer. Who do I think will win? Probably Stannis. He's laying low right now. He has that witchy woman with him. And I feel like she's going to make sure his ass is on that throne at some point. That's just how, I just think it's going to be him. I do. Okay. GCap. What do you think of Sansa? Where do you think her character arc will go? Well, now, this was asked to me before she had to marry Tyrion. But she was betrothed to Joffrey, and I was like, Lord, bless this child. She's going to be tortured by him, mentally, physically, emotionally. But I felt like she has said some things to him, and I thought, you know, stop. Because she has a mouth on her too. These Stark kids, right? But I feel like she's still at King's Landing. So I still see her character growing with, she speaks her mind, but she can lay low enough that she doesn't seem like a threat of any kind. She doesn't have a sword or can fight or anything like Arya can. She just wants to be a queen. That's all she wanted to do. You know, she liked to sew. She liked to do all that stuff. And I feel like now she's starting to see that things aren't as they would appear. So she's going to start getting stronger and stronger. And we've seen recently that Tyrion is trying to tell her, you know, you got to be strong like your mom. So I feel like now her character arc is going to almost copy that of what Kat's was. And she's going to become a real leader and a fighter and kind of like a matriarch of the family now, because she is the oldest daughter. So I'm hoping that she goes in that direction. I hope she stays strong, and whatever Joffrey wants to throw at her, you know, whatever. Okay. All right. This was a question about how do I avoid spoilers. So I had to explain that I've got a wonderful team of moderators, my deleted spoiler team, DSTs. Okay, so that was the question. All right, Yo, it's righty. Wonderful names, y'all. If you had power in Westeros, which king would you support? Robb, Stannis, Joffrey. You're hilarious. Balon or Renly? All right. Now, shortly after you sent this question, Renly got killed by the shadow thing. All right, the shadow baby, demon shadow baby. So I went ahead and marked him out. Balon, Greyjoy, he's not, no. And Joffrey, that's a laugh. That is a laugh. Poor Robb. But I still didn't think he would be a king, since he was just kind of king of the North. He wasn't really an heir of any kind as far as that he could get the throne, right? I don't think he could. I don't think he could get the throne. I thought he could earlier in the season, but some people said that he wasn't really, fighting for the throne. That wasn't something he was doing. He was just trying to free and get the independence back to the North. So I didn't consider Robb, but so again, my answer is going to be Stannis. I think I would support, and this is out of the choice you gave me, okay? I would support Stannis because I'm not going to support Joffrey or Balon. So it's not just out of process of elimination, but if there weren't other people that I thought of, like maybe Dany, who else? I think Dany should be on the throne. But Stannis, like I said, he has that witchy woman, and I would support because he hasn't done anything terrible yet. I don't think he was behind knowing that his face was that baby that killed Renly. That was all her doing, right? That Melisandre. So I would support Stannis. I would be behind him. Robin. Could you name some characters that you think will definitely make it into the end of the show? Well, no, none of us know the answer to that, do we, Robin? What I wrote was Dany, though. I feel like she's going to make it to the end because she's a badass with 3 dragons. And she's very good at convincing people to follow her and protect her. Because she is so good in giving to others, and she frees people, and she hasn't done anything bad, I don't think. Not in my eyes. I haven't seen her do anything bad. She's become a stronger woman since her brother got killed. She started stepping up then. And then when he got killed off, and then Drogo was taken from her, and then she had those dragons, she just morphosized into this badass. She is so strong in who she is. Good gosh. I think she's going to last until the end. And I also think she should be on the throne because it was taken from them in the first place. I'll get to that later. Okay. Jonathan Medina asked me, American Mom, will you adopt me? But I can't remember what I did answer you, Jonathan, and I can't remember what I said, but from your picture, we look like we're about the same age, so I don't think that's possible. But I think I said something like, if you're under 16, yeah, or under 18, yeah, for tax write-offs, I could choose you as the dependent. Why not? It's all about the money, money, money. All right, I won't sing. But yeah, I can virtually adopt you. All right, Chris M. You had 2 really good questions. Who should win the Game of Thrones, and who will win the Game of Thrones? Again, Who I think should win is Dani. I think she's the rightful heir more than Stannis, because it was taken from them first, before, like from Robert Baratheon. So before anybody else, I think she should win. And I've given some reasons why, but that's the main reason, is because of her heritage. Who will win? I think Stannis will. That's where I was going to tie in the other answer, I think, to Nega Dude. When I said I thought that Dani would win, I think Stannis... I think Dani should win, but I think Stannis will win. But we don't know, because the season hasn't started yet. Watch him be dead. Sassy Monster. Top 3 characters that I'm attached to, and where the death of them would be so catastrophic for you at this point. Cat was on that list. Okay? So, but I've written down 3 names, 3 different names. Arya, Sam, and then I added Bran in place of Cat, because there's something about him. He's gotten more screen time than a lot of other people in that Stark family, and he's got a purpose from the beginning. When he fell and he was in that coma and all these dreams, like there's something in store for this kid. There's something, and I gotta find out what it is. And if he were to die, you'd see the tears. You'd see the tears. Arya, same thing, because I relate to her a lot. And it would just be like losing a family member. And Sam is just, he's an innocent. He's somebody that if I was an acquaintance of, I would just want to hug him all the time and just be like, just to make up for somebody's past that's been hurt like that. Like I can relate to that. And you just want to hug them like all the time and be like, you're a good person. You're such a good person. And he just is. So, yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. Who would make the best king or queen at this point? This is still Sassy Monster. She asked several questions. Who do I think would make the best king or queen? Dani, definitely. She would make the best queen because of all her qualities, and they're great. Who would make the best hand? Jorah. Jorah has been faithful to her. She can trust him. You've got to be able to trust the hand, right? So it'd be Jorah. Easy. Easy peasy. Which 3 characters would be best on the council? Okay. I think Varys can still stay on there. Varys can stay on there. Now, I put Tyrion. And this was before he was named as Master of Coin. So that was kind of... because they need somebody in there that's not going to be swayed by anything. Tyrion doesn't take any bullshit. He's just going to be like, and now that he's in the council, like, but I already had that written down. I couldn't think of a third person. I mean, Little Shitfinger's got to go, and he is gone right now, but I couldn't think of who else would be good on the council. So I came up with 2. Varys is, he's still on there, but yeah, Cersei needs to go, and anyway, that old man, Maester, whatever his name is, Pullen, I don't like him. Who in the Stark, this is still Sassy Monster, who in the Stark family will reunite first? I didn't have an answer down yet, but I'm kind of limited now, aren't I? I'm hoping that Bran and John are gonna, you know, meet, because Sam, at this point, Sam has said, I know John. And they were still gonna head to the wall. So I'm thinking they will reunite first. What two characters that on the show have not met yet would I like to see team up together? This is a great question. I think Danny and John. I don't know why. I think John's cute. And at the time, this was after Drogo had died, and I thought they'd make a cute couple too. And he's really badass with his sword and doesn't take any nonsense. And she, you know, she's cute as can be. And with her dragons, they'd be an awesome duo. And then this is still Sassy Monster. Her last question was, what is my favorite wine? Okay, my favorite wine, when I go out to eat dinner or whatever, and I don't get like a cocktail or something, my favorite wine to drink is Riesling. I love Riesling. It's a semi-sweet. I don't like it too dry, but it's a nice white wine, and it goes with everything. It goes with everything. But at home, and y'all probably didn't believe that I do drink boxed wine. I think I mentioned this on my Breaking Bad videos, though, because Skylar had drank boxed wine, and I was like, oh my gosh, boxed wine, I have boxed wine. And I don't know if anybody believed me or not, but where the heck? There we go. No copyrights. This is my boxed wine. Does anybody else drink boxed wine? It's fantastic. It really is, and this is the flavor I like. Crisp white. Go to your store and try it. So I opened the box because I've never really seen the bag in here. But the nozzle, like everything just comes out. Dang. Oh God, y'all. Look at that. That's been wasted. It won't be. Look how much wine that holds. It says it holds, oh shit, where is it? It holds like 4.5 bottles of wine. You know, I mean, this is a big bag full of wine. Look at that. Look at that. I can't get over it. Pour this in my mouth. Oh, but I want to mention something else, Sassy. It says right here. Oh, Jesus, out of focus. Okay, it's hard to see. Okay, it says that Franzia. Where's it in focus? Damn it. Franzia is a proud supporter of Fisher House Foundation. See that? So I'm giving to charity as well. It says, Franzia is a proud supporter of Fisher House Foundation, best known for a network of comfort homes where military and veterans families can stay at no cost while a loved one is receiving medical treatment. To get more involved, visit franzia.com. I didn't know I was such a giver. I've got to write this off on my taxes. Okay. Thank you, Sassy, for all your questions. I'm moving on to Julia. She wants to know what noble house is my favorite. It's still the Starks. There's still some surviving. They are still my favorite house. And because because Tyrion is in the Lannisters house, I can't say Lannisters. So I like Tyrion. Okay, Blackfeather 22. What do I think of Tywin Lannister? What house would I be in? Okay, Stark. I had not written down an answer for this yet, but I've seen episode 9 now, so he's on my shit list. I still like him as like I mentioned in another video, I like the way he can keep Joffrey in his place. Somebody's got to do that. But he does it in a non-threatening way. That's about it. Other than that, he's dead to me. That's it. I did like his conversations with Arya. I liked their little I have to add them in the deleted scenes because they did have some great moments. And he's just very blunt. He knows he's got it together. He's got it together. But I don't like what he did. He didn't have to handle the wedding and the taking down the Starks that way. It just didn't need to happen that way. Okay. All right, Drew Q. What were your expectations coming into the show? What had you heard? What did you imagine the show would be? And how does the show compare to your expectations? Great question. I knew nothing about the show other than it had been on years ago, and I wasn't sure it was an HBO show, but I knew it was on like Stars or, you know, one of those cable networks. And I knew that my Sean Bean was in it from Lord of the Rings, because I saw a picture of him somewhere, like when it came out. And then when I was so hooked on Lord of the Rings, I was just like, oh my gosh. But I still didn't think about watching the show at that time. But when y'all asked me to, and then I was like, well, Sean Bean's in it too. That didn't last long. It has exceeded my expectations because, I mean, after the first season, I didn't know how it could build, and then after season 2, I don't know how it can build, and after season 3, and now I've done my reaction to episode 1 in season 4. I'm blown away, and I know it keeps getting better and better. So I know I'm gonna cry, I know I'm gonna laugh, I know I'm gonna smile, I know there's gonna be sarcasm, I know I'm gonna have every emotion in the world. That's why I keep my big wine glasses by me now, right? But I look forward to doing these. I really do. I can't wait to catch up. Then I'll have to wait a week at a time with y'all. That's gonna suck. I don't know if this is pronounced Melis or Melis, M-E-L-I-S. They ask, they love Sansa. Okay, so that was stated. But how do I feel about Sansa now? She doesn't need dragons or a sword to eliminate bad people. That's true. Arya's got a sword and Dany's got the dragons, and that's good for them. Sansa has her wit about her. She just has to have more trust, and she has to believe in herself and not give up, because now that she's found out about her family, you know, and she doesn't know where everybody else is. She's stuck at King's Landing. Tyrion's like, you know, he just wants to play shaker and say, pull it together. I think I like her as a character. I really do. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to her at this point, but I'm not so invested that it would tear me up. I would probably get teary because it would be another Stark gone. But as of now, you know, I really do like her. And you're right, she doesn't need all that stuff to survive right now. Good question. Oh, this one's going to be hard. Anurag Ahiwal? If you were Ned Stark, what would you have done? Okay. This is all about the being honorable thing, right? He's a little bit more trusting in people than I would have been. He confronted Cersei about the whole incest situation. I wouldn't have done that. I would have kept everything to myself. I don't know who I would have trusted at the time, but it was like, the way they showed it, it was like he found out about things, and then he was threatening, and then he just trusted that Joffrey was gonna keep his word and just let the girls go, and then just by saying, yeah, okay, Joffrey's the rightful king, and I was trying to, you know, I'm a traitor. I'm an emotional person, but he would have sucked at poker. That just came to my mind. He would have sucked at poker. He would have been like, here's my cards. What should I do? Yeah, that's basically what he did, right? I wouldn't have done that, but I like the nobleness and honor of him, and I love him still. And I'm still watching this show, so y'all are proud of me? Okay. Moppin Altwire says, hello, American Mom. My question for you, who do you think is the best swordsman of the one you have been introduced to this far? Good question. It's very simple. At the time, it was Jon Snow. Period. Jon Snow. Now you ask? Brienne. She's about 10 feet tall. And yeah, she's very good. She's very good. That's it. That's my answer. Okay. Marcus and Milu. You're one of my great moderators. Just messed up your name. Oh, who are my 3 favorite and then my 3 least favorite? Okay. Well, my 3 favorites, okay, and I'm going to answer right now, is Tyrion. Where'd that come from? Arya. And Dany. I can't read my own writing. Okay, those are my 3. And I've given reasons for each of them, I think, already. Now I've got 4 for the bottom, for my least favorite. And I mean, I could go on and on because my list is getting bigger. Joffrey. Y'all heard of him? He's usually in his room. Yeah, Joffrey. Now Tywin. Little Shitfinger, but I don't know where he went, but he was on my list, so I put a circle around him because he's not there right now. But I'm almost keep him on the list in the back burner because he's done too much. He's, oh, what a sneaky dude. Bolton and Frey. Yeah, I did say in the last episode of, in the finale, I was just like, when are y'all gonna die? When they were talking, like, you know. Y'all just be like standing next to each other when it happens because y'all need to both be gone at the same time. Still his question. What do you think of the dynamic of Arya and Tywin? I liked it. I really did. I don't know if they're going to meet up again, but I feel like if they did and she knew that he was behind all the stuff that just happened, I don't think their relationship would go very, very smoothly. But before, with the talks and stuff, and I will add that in the deleted scenes, like I said, I really enjoyed them. It was almost like banter back and forth. You know, it's like he wasn't talking to a little nonsense kid. Like, he knew he was talking to somebody that was mature above her age and didn't call bullshit on anything either, and he didn't, and he liked that. He liked it. He wanted a straight answer about something. Okay, and then your final question, you said, do you think Arya was wasteful of her 3 wishes? No. I think she made 3 great wishes. I mean, she had to make that second one in a hurry. And remember, she was telling him, hurry, because Tywin's going to find out. And then that guy got the guard found that note. So that one, I feel like I want her to have like that wish back because that was, but she needed it. So, and then to get away from there with her friends, with Gendry and Fat Pie, whatever his name is, y'all. I don't think we're ever gonna see him again. He got them away. I think she used them. I think she used them great. Okay. Now I don't know how to pronounce this. Oh, I think you're French. There's a lot of those marks above the letter. Riri Remedio. That was terrible. I'm sorry. Would you kill Joffrey and how? So glad you asked. Yes, I would kill Joffrey. It would be slow and painful. Okay? A little bit of a Theon torture, if you will. But just like 10 times more. I would take away one body part at a time. I would start down at the toes, you know, where the pain, it hurts. And then the fingers. I don't want to hit any major arteries. I don't want you bleeding out just yet. You know what I mean? Like I'd really like have to figure this all out anatomy wise. Like, you know, what do I take last? So maybe an eyeball, you know, just the painful stuff you can still survive, you know. Y'all remember that movie Princess Bride? When he's like, I forget the actor's name. I love that movie. And he finally, he kills the six-fingered man, and he has his sword, and he's like, "Hello, my name is Intia Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." That'd be me. I'd walk in there. He'd be tied or chained down somehow. And I'd say, "Hello." Actually, I'd say, "Hey." My name is Michelle Martinez Harris. You killed the Stark family. Prepare to die. Something like that. And then I would start doing all this stuff. That's my answer. All right. ELEW223. Okay. What 3 names would I give Jaqen H'ghar? Because he gave Arya a list. The 3 listed people that I would want to die. It kind of goes back to the other question. I definitely need Joffwin. There's hashtag Joffwin. Joffrey, Tywin, and then we need Frey and Bolton, Littlefinger. Can those be all added together? Are there any actors that I think have done an amazing job with the characters they play? Yeah. I don't know where to start with that, because this show, these actors are why this show is so great. Like I couldn't imagine anybody else playing those characters. Like if somebody did a remake of Lord of the Rings, I'd be so pissed. Nobody else can be Aragorn. Nobody else can be Frodo. Nobody else, you know what I mean? Like that, don't do that. Like these are the people that should be doing these characters. Like they are these people. But you know, I don't know what the actor's name is that does Joffrey, but you're awesome. You are so good. You can make me so physically upset that sometimes I'm shaken. And you gotta be a damn good actor to do that. I mean, hats off to you. Seriously. I like Tywin too. These are the people I hate on the show. Wait a minute. Yeah, but the guy that plays Tywin, y'all mentioned him in the comments, Charles something. He's awesome. His presence, his character. He is just, you know, when he walks into the room, you feel it. I don't know many actors that can pull that off. And Kat, I loved her character. I loved her acting. And then at the end, when she screamed, like I'm getting chills thinking about it. When she screamed, when she was screaming for Rob, when she was screaming just for, you know, telling Frey that it was enough. Like that was the icing on the cake. I mean, she already had an iced cake, but that was the more icing and sprinkles on top as far as the acting went. I hope she won some awards. I don't look into that kind of stuff, but I hope that the people I've named have gotten awards for these characters on the show. Emmy, I don't know, is it an Emmy or whatever it is? Golden Globe, whatever. And then you also ask, would I be interested in reading the books? No. Sorry. I don't like to read. I'm not going to read Lord of the Rings books either. I will look at some videos and the maps and look at the extended footage on the DVDs and stuff. I'll do that. Or maybe if somebody wants to send me the audio of the book, I'd listen to that. I'd listen to that in the car. I'd listen to that at home. Yeah. I don't like to read. It makes my eyes tired and I get frustrated with it, and I just don't like it. So that's my answer. I'm not interested. Sorry. Okay. Rin the Obsessed asks, what do you think of Jorah? Yeah. I've liked him from the beginning. I could always tell. I knew he liked Dany. Then I knew he really liked Dany, even when she was married. Then he has always, since Drogo's died, he's just protected her. And even if other people have come in, he is always keeping an eye out. He has this 360 going around her. It's like his goal. It's like his mission in life. To protect this woman. Someone has said, if anything happens to her, you know, we're going to kill you slowly. I mean, he's just awesome. I love him. Beth Sather? I think Sather would be right. You've got a few questions. Okay, you said out of the 2 seasons, but I added the word 3. What is my favorite part or scene? And then maybe my least favorite. Let me just say that it was the what y'all call the Red Wedding. That's my least favorite scene. And then my favorite quote. Okay, so my favorite scene. I've been thinking about this, and there's so many, and a lot of them have to do with Tyrion. If it doesn't have to do with Tyrion, it has something to do with Sam. With John, or I love seeing Sam. I love seeing Arya with the Hound now. And so I can't just pick like a certain scene because, first of all, my memory is shit. And I can't pick a favorite, but those would be the people that would be in my favorite scenes. Okay. And unfortunately, my favorite quote comes from Cersei herself. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. That was said in the first season. I think she said it to, did she say it to Ned? Because I remember the name of the show being dropped. And I thought, okay, now that I'm this far, I'm halfway into the season. I'm halfway into the series. I get what that means now. Like, literally. Either you know how to play this game, this chess game, this I outsmart you, you're ahead of me, I know what you said, because I told 3 other people 3 different things, and you either win or you die. Rest in peace, Lord Ned. He didn't know the rules. I don't think he quite understood. Can we have a redo? Great questions again. But yeah, the favorite scene, I can't just, sorry, I don't have a definite answer for that. Ruben V. Do you think you'll dislike someone more than Joffrey in the future of the series? Tywin was close because he, you know, I know now he was writing all those letters out. This is what's going to happen at the wedding. Da, 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 da. And things have been strategically placed as such. I get that. But Joffrey is just so evil, sinister, demented, enjoys. You just put yourself, don't put yourself. Think of the inside mind of a serial killer. You know, like a Charles Manson, a Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, you don't want to go there. Like, that's it. That's him. He just enjoys suffering and pain. And that's why he needs it. He needs it back. So no, I don't really think anybody's going to surpass him. God, I mean, they're going to have to do a lot of stuff in that sinister of a way. The guy torturing Theon right now, he's a little messed up in the head, a lot messed up. But no, Joffrey, it's still Joffrey. Walder Frey makes an appearance. What impressions have I made on you? What are your thoughts of me, Lord Walder Frey? Just curious. This was before you just hosted a bloodbath in your hall. You had guests in your hall. You're going to get what's coming to you. Now, at the time that you wrote this, I just thought you were a creepy old man with a young wife and a bunch of kids, and you don't even know the kids and grandkids' names. You're just too old and creepy. I just was like, stop grabbing the girl's butt and being all, I've got, what do you say? The honey's all mine about the girl. Creepy, dirty old man. So that you still are, by the way. But right now, you're getting what's coming to you. I don't care for you at all. You're on my list. You and Bolton are gonna die at the same time. Defarsher, another moderator. What do you think are currently the 2 most valuable resources in Westeros? Very good question again. If you would have just said in life, my answers would have been different. But because you said Westeros, and I know that we're playing this game, right? I think your 2 most valuable resources would be having enough power in who you know, like having your foot in, like with who you know, somebody that's powerful. Somebody that's powerful, you've got to have the in with that. So that's one thing that you need. The second thing is money, because money can get you anything. People are wanting money. Money is being thrown all over this place. Gold, you know, silver, coins, this, that. Yeah, that would be the 2 things. The power and money. Those are valuable because that's gonna get you far in this world. And thank y'all again for doing such a great job with everything. I'm so clueless with when I enter watching an episode, and I like that. I don't want to know anything. Brendan McDade, do you think that Game of Thrones female characters are more real or diverse compared to the portrayal of women in other movie shows? Both. I think, but for this time period, like, I don't know where we are because I didn't read the books, but are we like in the 1400s or something? Where are we? The women are property, and I don't like that, you know. But I've seen movies and other shows where maybe not in this time period, but in similar, you know, olden times, women were just told to do this and that, and, you know, keep your butt in the kitchen. You're, you know, barefoot and pregnant. You know, you've heard that phrase, because you're barefoot and pregnant. That's all you need. That's all you're kind of good for, is to be barefoot and pregnant. Give me some kids. So that's kind of been an underlining thread of a theme that kind of goes in and out of movies. Now, jump to our day, it's like women empowerment. Like when you see a woman that's being portrayed in that subversive. See, this is what I get for trying to use cool words. When you're in more of a being told what to do kind of a role, you're made now to you empathize a lot with that person, and you're like, You know, because they always get their revenge in the end. They don't stay that way. You see a character like that and it's like, right? She somehow gets back what she's going to do. And that's what I'm hoping for with Sansa. I'm hoping that she can just, you know, just be a badass. Because she's in the thick of it. She's at the Capitol. She's got to do some things. And her being stuck with Tyrion could not have worked out better. Sorry, Shay. Get over it. Right? You gotta do what you gotta do. So, I see a little bit of both. Okay. Sathina. Hey! I got 2 questions from Sathina. First of all, he wants to know which character or storyline did I relate to the most and why. If you heard me earlier, Sathina, I did mention Arya. I relate most to her because of her mouth, and she doesn't know when to shut up, and she won't back down when she knows she's right. So I relate the most to her. So that was his on-topic question. And then he says off-topic. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I got an answer, and you didn't think I would. A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. But if a woodchuck could chuck woodchucks chucking wood, then a woodchuck could chuck woodchucking woodchucks. Bam. That was me dropping the mic, by the way. But now I have a question for you. Sathina, answer this one. If 2 witches were watching 2 watches, which witch would watch which watch? I need an answer. Funny. Okay. Next question. Radioactive fishy. Radioactive fishy? Y'all got some cool names. Who do you think is the most immune and unlikely to get killed off at the moment? Okay. I had Kat because I felt like she was low profile enough that nothing was going to happen. I liked her character. I liked her spunk. I liked this and that. But now I got to say now. Dany. I don't think she is, I think she's untouchable right now. And like I said, I think she's going to make it to the end of the show. So I feel like that's the most immune person and they're not going to get killed off. Every time I say something or I love somebody, I just think, oh God, don't say that out loud. Okay, those are all the questions. I had somebody, Jay Bassist, you notice the cool amps back here that are behind me, but they're not mine. My husband is a guitarist. He plays lead guitar. There's a wall in front of me, and there are 3 guitars hung on the wall right here. And then I can't show you, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on a guitar rack over here by the window. And then he's built most of these amps. He buys the parts online. He was a jet mechanic in the Air Force. So he's very smart when it comes to, he can take the car door off. If your windshield thing doesn't work anymore, the automatic thing doesn't work anymore, he'll buy the part for it and take the door off and fix it. Okay. So he's pretty handy. But so when it comes to stuff like that, he loves that. In our garage, he has a whole setup of things where he builds, and it's his hobby. It's his love. That and golf. Just give him his guitars. He repairs guitars, fixes them, cleans them out, buys some at pawn shops, buys new parts for them, strings, gets them offline, fixes them, either resells them or keeps them. But he's a smart cookie, and he enjoys doing that. So, and now this is my hobby. I love doing this, y'all. I really do. I thank y'all for suggesting Game of Thrones. I'm enjoying doing it a lot. I know I've taken up a lot of time already. I don't know how long I've been talking, but I apologize. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to talk faster. I'm gonna try and do 25 more questions later, okay? But tune in tomorrow for episode 2 of season 4, okay? Thank you for joining me, and until the next video and until the next time, bye. Music's still going.